Hello guys, Happy New Year. I wanted to make a video about the top 5 vehicles everyone should own in 2019. I made a video exactly 1 year ago where I talked about vehicles everyone should own in 2018. Here we're focusing on more newer vehicles. Vehicles featured in my 2018 video will not be featured in this video. Instead, I'm going to focus on newer vehicles. The vehicles back then was the Buzzard, the Hydra, an Avenger, and some type of oppressor, as well as the Insurgent. People should have access to the Buzzard and the Insurgent for free due to the festive surprise. Now let's talk about 5 vehicles everyone should own in 2019. And for this list, I wanted to choose vehicles in recent updates. So let's get started. So starting off at number 5, we have the Deathbike. The Gargoyle bike costs $120,000, but you can get it for a trade price of $90,000 if you complete enough arena events. It also costs $1,269,000 to upgrade it to an arena variant. I wanted to choose one vehicle from the Arena Wars DLC, and I decided to go along with the Deathbike. While I believe in the arena, the ZR380 is better, the Deathbike serves a lot of uses in free mode. This is the fastest motorcycle in the game, beating both of the oppressors and one of the fastest vehicles in the game. While it can't fly, its boost is even better than the oppressors because you can just constantly spam it, even when it's a little bit recharged. The bike took me a total time of 2 minutes and 15 seconds to get from Paleto Bay to the city. This vehicle also has a shield in the back, which makes it hard for NPCs and players to shoot you off. However, for some strange reason, the shield is linked to the engine. If you shoot it enough, it explodes. I recommend the Apocalyptic and Nightmare variants, as the future one has a smaller shield. The bike also has dual miniguns, making it very effective in the arena and good at blowing up vehicles in free mode during missions. You can still use drive-by weapons, and it even has a jump ability. The bike additionally comes with spinning blades, which will kill any NPC or player they touch instantly. However, because the blades are low, you can also crash into the ground, so avoid driving on uneven surfaces. You can also call it in with your MC menu, and if you play as an MC a lot, you need to add this bike to your collection. I have been using it a lot when I do MC missions and also during MC sales. It's very helpful for getting you around the map. Very fast bike. I definitely do enjoy it. I will be using it for a long time. Next at number 4, we have the B11 Strikeforce, which costs $3,800,000, making it an extremely expensive vehicle. However, I wanted to add a jet or a plane to this list. I thought of the B11, which is a great jet. It's not very fast, but what makes up for it is its agility. It has such great handling, even better than a Pyro, and is the best dogfighter in the game. If you are a pilot, you need to add this thing to your collection. The B11, while it does not have dual fast-firing explosive machine guns like the Laser and the Hydra, it has a centered minigun with a slow rate of fire, but the minigun is explosive, and while it can be used on the ground, it's the most helpful at destroying other air vehicles. The jet comes with a barrage missile option and 30 homing missiles. It also comes with 50 bombs that can be dropped. If you dogfight with this jet, you can rule the skies. It can take much more damage from explosive rounds and homing missiles than the Hydra and the Laser, and I think it's very helpful for fighting off jet griefers, especially when protecting cargo. This jet is also great at landing, making it one of the best jets in the game. At number 3, we have the Thruster Jetpack, which costs $3,657,000 or a trade price of $2,750,000 if you complete the Doomsday Heist Act 3. This jetpack is great and one of my favorite vehicles for a variety of reasons. Out of all the vehicles on this list, the Thruster is the least common vehicle that I see in free mode. I don't understand why more people don't use it. It has great agility and handling. It can move around in tight spaces and lands very easily. It can also take off very quickly and even has a JTOW boost. It takes off much faster than helicopters and lands much faster than them. It can also land in places helicopters can't because of its size. The Thruster has 30 homing missiles, and they are not amazing missiles, but do help greatly with missions. But my favorite thing about the Thruster is that it counts as a personal land vehicle. This means you can spawn it with your mechanic in any place you can spawn a car or a motorcycle at. This means that unlike helicopters and planes, you don't have to go to a special place to pick them up. You can just spawn it right in front of you. If you are looking for a fast, agile vehicle to get around the map quickly, check out the Thruster in 2019. I think everyone should own one. Next at number 2, we have the Akula helicopter, which costs $3,704,000. However, you can get this for a trade price of $2,785,000 if you complete the Doomsday Heist Act 1. The Akula is one of the best helicopters in the game, and the best vehicle from the Doomsday Heist in my opinion. What makes this helicopter so unique is that it has a stealth option. You hit the button and you are completely off the radar permanently. No one can see you. The only way people can see where you are is if they go on an orbital cannon or on their TVs in their apartments. This stealth mode makes the Akula extremely helpful for all types of businesses. If you want to fly over an area but there's too many players there, use an Akula. Or if you're sourcing crates, use the Akula. If you pick up a crate and you get into the Akula, both both you and the crate will be off the map. This helicopter is very helpful during bag sales for MC businesses because 4 people can get inside the helicopter, you activate stealth mode, and you can make the drop safely without having to worry about some guy blowing up your product. Additionally, the stealth mode also works against cops. If you have a really high wanted level and you activate stealth mode, your wanted level will go down to 2 stars, even if you have 5 stars. This makes losing cops very easy with the Akula. It gets even better. This helicopter is very fast and agile, making it great for missions. It has machine guns, which are not really helpful, but what is are the missiles. You can have either homing missiles or a small barrage. I recommend the homing missiles. They do not have a cooldown and are great for missions. This helicopter also comes with 50 bombs you can drop, making it one of the best helicopters in the game. Before we unveil the #1 vehicle you should own in 2019, I wanted to make a special mention of the Vigilante. This vehicle costs $3,750,000, making it an expensive one. However, this vehicle is complicated, and the reason I made it a special mention is because it's that vehicle you want to get only if you're a heist player. If you do a lot of heists, get this vehicle. It will help you greatly in heists. It's very fast with a big boost, and its missiles are ruiner missiles, making them very accurate. They will almost always hit your target. This is from a long time ago when I was doing the Fleesa job with my friend, but it doesn't matter what heist you do it on. It doesn't matter if it's a doomsday heist or regular heist. The Vigilante can be used across all the heists, and it just makes the mission so much easier, especially if you're getting chased. You can take out targets easily, and if you're clearing out an area outside, the missiles can hit all the targets and just clear it out no problem. But if you're not a heist player, don't bother with this vehicle because it won't serve many uses in free mode. And at #1, we have the Terabyte. This vehicle costs $1,375,000, but you will be spending over $3 million if you choose to upgrade it all the way. This is the ultimate grinding vehicle. If you are a grinder, you need this vehicle. This thing is a money-making machine and will pay for all the other vehicles on this list. How does it do that? The Terabyte allows you to run the majority of your businesses from it. If you own a CEO crate warehouse, you can source crates from it. You can also source import-export vehicles if you own an import garage. You can source hangar crates as well, but I don't recommend that because you would have to go back and forth to your hangar because oftentimes the missions will require you to get into a vehicle to start them. You can also steal supplies for MC businesses in bunker. While I prefer buying supplies, the option you have to steal them is always there. This makes the Terabyte so helpful because you can spawn it from the interaction menu. It spawns pretty close to you and you can go inside it and start sourcing crates. The #1 thing I hated about crates and sourcing vehicles was having to go back to the office each time, watching that long elevator animation and going on the office computer and leaving. Here, we can cut that out and just spawn it straight from the interaction menu, go to the Terabyte, and it saves so much time. And you're able to knock out hours off your clock when sourcing crates and import-export vehicles. But it gets even better. The Terabyte can also start up its own unique client jobs, which pay pretty good. They pay $30,000 for most of them, but this week it's $60,000 per client job. And double money on client jobs, they're pretty common. It comes with a drone station, which you can use to shock players and NPCs, and you can detonate them, but I don't really use this. It has a missile battery in the back, which is nice, but this vehicle you will be using for money grinding mostly. Combine vehicles with it to make it more efficient. For instance, I like to use a thruster jetpack in combination with a Terabyte when sourcing crates. It makes the whole process even quicker. The Terabyte also has one of the strongest armors in the game, taking up to 34 RPGs. I'm not joking on that. Make sure to call it from the interaction menu because sometimes when you take it out of the garage, it can only take 10. If you get hit with an orbital cannon and you're in the back, you will survive. The Terabyte will get destroyed, but you will not die, and they will waste their shot. If you are still using the office for crates and import-export vehicles, you are doing it wrong. Get this vehicle, you will not be disappointed. This vehicle is an investment for a lifetime. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, drop a like. If you're new to my channel and enjoy my content, subscribe. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everyone, and Happy New Year again.